certainly an international tournament we've got today. Now, we're gonna just wait for this, wait for Locus to get ready here.
Yeah, and as you guys saw, this will be a Ryu going up against Corrin match, DLC battle.
And that is an interesting matchup.
Yeah.
Corrin versus Ryu. It's interesting because like it's all about like who's gonna get like if Ryu can get in particularly, if Ryu can find his way past like the spacing and disjoints of Corrin, then he will be able to just get in there with that heavy hitter that he is and put in some really big damage. But right now we've got the Jigglypuff countdown.
That's actually my favorite thing. Jigglypuff counter.
Away he goes, and let's get into the PGK Midwest Mayhem 8 first match of the day. Locus versus Naranja.
Locus getting started right there. With that Ryu confirmed.
And he's a god.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
No. Yeah, getting started. Locus looking really strong. He's gonna want to bring it all the way back to winners.
But he's gonna get the sour spot on that Shoryuken, and that's gonna cost him a stock. He hasn't taken a single thought of a percent yet.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those moments where you're just like, I believe I'm not gonna get hit, and I'm not getting hit.
Yeah, it's not really a good look, getting hit by the focus attack twice. Both.
I don't know if there's a little bit of latency on their end, or if it was just from the stream that we were watching, but right now we are back in. Locus not slowing down for any lag. He just gets a quick 42% off of the respawn.
Yeah, now I think about it, like, Naranja was getting hit by a lot of focus attacks. Like, I don't know how many multi-hit moves Corrin has. So maybe that's why Locus is just throwing it out, because he knows that there isn't much that Corrin can do about it.
Even focusing that tip or pin, not at all scared of that threat. And the forward smash.
Yeah, he's just doing it. So this might be some matchup inexperience.
That is correct.
Yeah.
It might be kind of hard, especially because like Naranja is spending so much time in the air.
That's true.
A lot of those aerials of Corrin don't have that multi-hit to it.
Only one I could think of is probably the down air, right?
Yeah, down air is really the only one. Neutral air looks like it does, but it will only hit you once. And Locus, he's just getting in pretty much at his own will.
Yeah. Only 83% on Locus on his first stock still. Pretty much about to lap Naranja.
That's a foreign word for Ryu, because at that point where you're like about to lap them, you just kill them anyway.
Yeah.
And look, you're so correct about that focus attack usage here from Locus. It's not getting countered in the slightest.
That's pretty interesting, because there's not too many matchups that you just see Ryu focusing a lot. Like you see it as like a mix-up, but he's like inexplicably like just using focus all the time, and it's working. Right there, it didn't work. Naranja finally getting the first stock.
He pulled the trigger on it a little early. I think he could have held it for a bit longer, but Naranja did get the back air, got the stock.
Yeah, not able to get the down air on the ledge right there.
And there you go, jumping to correct the Shoryuken, but it's still not enough to kill. But the back air does seal the deal. That is game one going to Locus.
Yeah, that was pretty clean. Naranja was definitely doing better as it went on, so maybe game two will be a bit different, but it was pretty dominant start for Locus.
Yeah, he was in there. Like even like from the word go, like he got like 60%, 70% in about like 4 or 5 seconds, like in the blink of an eye. I don't think Naranja was really prepared for how aggro Locus was going to be, especially using the focus attack to aid his approach. And so there you go. That's game one. I believe these are all best of 5. Someone on the staff can correct me. I couldn't tell you. Yep, I'm getting a thumbs up. It is best of Cincos. Let's get into game 2. Now, I believe we have I have to give my shout out to Bear. I believe he's just going to be full TO adminning this, and I think he aids people with the stage selection.
Okay.
In the whole process, so it really does mirror what you would see at an offline event, the whole stage striking situation and things like that. So, where do you think Naranja is going to go?
I could definitely see a triplat. Because you saw Locus doing the focus attack so much. I feel like Naranja will have a lot more room. And,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, like the platforms can kind of get in the way of the angles he would go, because basically like you kind of float for a little bit when you focus, and then you dash forward or back. So like a Battlefield could
And
get in the way of that.
I see some players like against Ryu, like they will go under the platform because you know Ryu approaches from the air so much, and like that diagonal angle isn't really easy to attack from on tri-platform stages. So I don't know. I've seen some players use that as a counter against Ryu.
It's particularly effective if Ryu's back is to the wall, or I'm sorry, back is to the edge of the stage, and then you're under that platform, and you're gonna like be able to really easily read a Ryu panic jumping, because he'll want to jump and get like a neutral air or something to really break out, and that can be countered pretty easily if you're the character with the stage control. So we can see if that comes into play here. We don't really know Naranja's stage preference. I just didn't know from my Corrin experience that Corrins do like tri-plats, things like that. We'll have to see.
Most disjoint characters like in Battlefield a bit, or Dreamland.
You know, it's an interesting little wrinkle. Is I've been talking to a couple of people about the set that Zero lost to Lutai, right? It ended on Dreamland Game 5, but Lutai actually won a game on Battlefield in that set. And due to the new rule set where you consider Battlefield and Dreamland the same, technically Zero could have DSR'd Dreamland.
Oh, wow.
So that's something you should keep in mind, like, if it comes to that situation in any particular match, or any particular bracket match, is that Dreamland and Battlefield are considered the same, even in those situations. So, just a little bit of interesting theory. That does not stale Corrin's Dragon Shot if it lands on a shield. Landing a move onto a shield does not stale it. So even though Naranja sped up the Jigglypuff countdown, it didn't actually have any kind of effect on the game. But oh my goodness, Locus already won on that spike, and he finds it.
Yeah, and Corrin's recovery not that great vertically. So getting that spike, some characters might have been able to come back from that, but not Corrin. And so Locus getting off to a better start than last game, actually.
How?
Right? You would think that you couldn't get off to a better start than he did last game.
And he's even still looking for these nairs that are like just approaching the edge. And oh man, Locus is so scary right now. I would hate to be anyone in his bracket path. And Naranja, he looks cornered. He looks like he just does not have an answer.
This is kind of overwhelming right now.
Looking for the second one.
And I like how Locus has been using the focus like aggressively. Like it's usually like a defensive option, or like a landing option, but he just uses it to get closer to get in, like all type of ways.
He plays very aggressively. He's not afraid of taking some lumps to get in, because once he gets in, that happens. And Locus finishes off. I mean, game 2 of this set at the Magic %. He is looking just so clean right now.
That game had to be at least like a minute.
It was. I think it was 15 seconds left. We could ask Warren to look, but
that was pretty quick.
Oh no, a minute 33. Okay, that was a little longer than I thought.
Well, minus the Jigglypuff.
Oh, the Jigglypuff.
Yeah,
right.
So like around a minute.
Yeah, I mean, what was there to say? Look at those swords, man. Locus has got 4. Naranja's got 1. And he's looking pretty good to make it to losers quarterfinals at this point in time. Again, Locus is the player with like the most prestige
and then
still left in this tournament. We have a lot of good players left. Don't get me wrong. When I say the players left aren't prestigious, I don't mean that they're not good.
Yeah.
I just mean.
And this is Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
like,
Wi-Fi.
Let's be real. Like this is a Wi-Fi tournament. If you didn't know, like anybody can win on Wi-Fi. So Naranja definitely doesn't want to give it up. Might be able to catch some cheese here and there.
Maybe he's taking a second here to
flick the lag switch
to consider his options. Maybe his Wi-Fi clan messaged him, being like, "Hey." He goes checks his Discord.
Right.
His Discord's giving him all these tips.
That's something you can do. Like
that's something you can do.
It's a Wi-Fi. You could have like a literal coach like right next to you the whole time. I don't actually. That's not allowed, is it? I mean, they wouldn't know.
How am I going to stop you?
I mean, it's like the honor, right? Like just telling yourself, like, "Oh man, I can't take this win. I was being coached."
I mean, Wrath basically had a Nintendo Switch in his hand, and then honor came into play. If you're still salty about that, don't be salty, because I met Wrath at Civil War. He's a cool dude. He's a really cool dude.
That's pretty
very nice. sometimes we just all make dumb decisions when it comes to stuff like this. But that's neither here nor there. In theory, we don't have Wrath left in this tournament. I think Wrath and Cosmos were victims of the new clause that states you have to actually be able to accept the prize to go enter the online tournament, because they've entered a couple of online tournaments in a row now and won them, and they're like, oh, we can't go. Pass it down to the next guy. Pass it down to the next guy. Like, that's how Kool-Aid got, I think, the qualifier to Big House.
Okay.
It might have been Big House or Genesis. I couldn't remember. But, yeah, so that means, like, the first prize would drop all the way down to 4th or something, and that kind of, like, you kind of lose the prestige, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And that's how we ended up where we are. Hopefully we see Locus do well. Like that, he's so exciting to watch.
Yeah, definitely. And like honestly, it's fair to say that Locus is probably the best Ryu, like right now, right?
Of the 8 players left in this bracket, he would be the highest seed at Midwest Mayhem 8.
Yeah, that's true.
No question.
And there's a couple Ryus in the Midwest, so it would definitely be cool to see Locus out here.
Darkshad and Renegade being the two big Ryu players here. Renegade from Indianapolis, Darkshad from Ohio.
There's also Shell.
Oh, Shell, of course. Shell. I always think of him as a Luigi from Chicago. He had a particularly strong last season, so we'll see how he places on our next Chicago Power Ranking. But in the meantime, this is Locus trying to power his way to a 3-0 victory at PG Key to Midwest Mayhem 8.
And we're back to FD. What do you think about that one? Like, not even trying to...
Did you just jab lock him?
Yeah, I think so.
What in the... Oh my... That's so painful, but...
Not getting the sweet spot of the down there that time. Naranja, I was just having a hard time just getting anything started.
You know, this Final Destination might just be a comfort pick for him. Like,
this is a Wi-Fi tournament, so
yeah.
I'm not like mad.
And I guess, you know, Wi-Fi players, they always end up playing, like, for glory. They're used to Final Destination,
Yes,
so...
that's what I was hinting at.
And Naranja here, I think he's just trying to use his spacing a little better, like trying to really outrange. Because I think you can use, like, you can throw that back air out, and it's really hard for Rio to deal with if, like, he shields it or stuff like that. So, ooh,
that's definitely something that Naranja could do. Get the hit of the dragon shot into the hitbox part. That would be 2 hits.
That'd be enough to clear the focus attack. But 1 elbow is all it takes here to Locus to get on tournament point, or sorry, not tournament point, match point.
Yeah.
To move on 3-0 in the lower bracket at PG Key to Midwest Mayhem 8. Oh, not getting that second down tilt out fast enough, which would have been enough to break the focus.
Yeah, Naranja's kind of just trying to get some space to get anything going. Wow, that kill from across the stage.
You know, it did, Technique. It really did. I did not expect to see that kill a Ryu without Rage. With the Corrin didn't have Rage from across the stage. I have to agree with you. Right now, Naranja's starting to get some juggles in. He looks like he's really playing more carefully, getting that power shield out.
This is definitely the closest it's been in the past 3 games. And Naranja in the lead now, actually.
And look at that, he can just throw that back air out on the focus. Doesn't he have to worry about eating a punish? It's just free damage.
Alright, so let's see if we can get an edge guard. Trying to get it.
The Shoryuken, not enough. We're getting down to brass tacks here. Naranja needs the stock to stay alive, but he won't have the opportunity. That is Locus moving on with a 3-0 and a handshake.
Yeah, and Locus is not going to drop any of those. That was definitely a clean set. Locus right there. Taking it 3-0. 2 games on FD. First game was on Smash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Technique.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing, Stream?
Yeah, we're here, yeah.
We're here.
We're here.
You can see our beautiful faces here in beautiful, luxurious apartment of some of the URT guys. Thanks for having us. It is a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be commentating.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do one of these, so...
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
I'm very excited. We got our first victory out of the way. That's Locus moving on to Losers Quarterfinals. I think we're going to get the second Losers Top 8 qualifier match, and that is Percy versus the Bayonetta player whose name starts with a G. Geist.
Yeah.
Haha! We got it. There we go.
Percy and Geist. Should be a good one.